40 to 50%. No, I'm still there. Yeah.
Right.
And I would like to just look backwards for a minute to a past that Nick and I shared together when I was head of the AGO and he was on my ministerial council, and we put in the original legislation for the emirate. And at that point, we did consider banding, and we considered two models: banding, so we would get a diverse portfolio, and lowest cost. And the government's decision, the Howard government's decision, was lowest cost. So it's a little bit bizarre to complain about the fact that wind is being pulled through now because the emirate is doing what it was designed to do.
100% walk in the park?
100% can be done. Politically, it's not a walk in the park. Technologically and economically, it's doable.
Nick, no target whatsoever.
Well, there should not be targets, and in my view, it's impossible and ludicrous to actually forecast what will happen in 2050. And I again point to, just the example of fracking and what that's done to gas. I mean, I think it's exciting to look ahead, but I think it's impossible to forecast, as I say. I think fossil fuels will continue to provide the majority of our power. There will be more renewables simply because they will continue to be subsidised. But I think gas will be the big mover in Australia.
Alan?
Well, we should be taking the most efficient, that is the lowest cost energy that we can use. To me, that's likely to remain to be fossil fuels into the future. There is a slim chance that there will be a global warming agreement globally. A very slim chance, in which case renewables will have their place in the sun. But
Put a figure on
that
renewable.
what, in 2050?
Yeah.
If it's 1%, I'll be astonished. But basically, that is, unless the global warming agreement occurs, in which case it will be 60 or 70%.
It's already much more than 1%.
Yeah, okay. We're trying to bring this debate to a closure. Silly me. Not like getting go, by the way, Paulie. Kate, it was your party, as I said.
I feel like the only common ground between Alan and I is the colour of our suits.
The ties are also quite similar.
Look, I mean, I think I agree with Nick in terms of we shouldn't be preoccupied with exactly what percentage we'll be at in 2050. I think if there is one consistency with government policy making over the last decade, it's been that they have underestimated renewable energy, its ability to meet targets, to be deployed and to come down in cost. And I think that the time is rapidly approaching where renewable energy will be able to compete head-to-head subsidy-free with all forms of other energy generation. And I look forward to the day that Alan and I are on this stage. And
What date is that?
And Alan is calling for the protection of the coal
Give me
industry.
a time. Give me a time, please.
When they asked me to be involved in this debate, that an hour was a ridiculously short time. I think this is just the start of a debate that the country has to have, that's for sure. And would you please thank our panel? It's a shame